Isn't Christmas the most beautiful time of the year? With family gatherings, homes warmed with love and laughter, and hearts filled with the joy of giving. Yet, for some, it can also be a time of nostalgia and sadness as we try to remember the good times and trying to forget the bad times. So whether this Christmas shapes up to be the most magical you've ever known, or if it seems a bit dimmer and more reflective, I hope this video can bring us all together as music always does. Today we will be learning White Christmas by Irving Berlin. It's a finger-picking arrangement played in free tempo and just a handful of chords. The tab will be displayed on screen so you can play along. The arrangement is in the key of D major. And playing in free tempo means that you'll be sitting on the chords for as long as you need. So you don't have to stick with a certain beat. You can interpret each chord as you like. Now we start with a super simple and short intro, just 3 notes. And then a strum playing the D major chord. Now the melody here is on the 1st string. Then we have this. Now I like to alternate the bass with the chords. We're playing simple triads, so a G major triad, a D major, a D flat, and back to the D major chord. Now the melody here is played on the 1st string for number 3, and the E minor add 9 chord. Now the most interesting part, beautiful chord. Now this is an F diminished 7th chord and A major. I'm using a triad here on fret 5 with the bass on the 5th string. Now the next chords are G, A 11th, and the D major chord. Now for the G major, the melody is on the 2nd string, and I like to arpeggiate this chord either with the thumb or with a simple pima. Then the melody on the 2nd string, the A dominant 11th chord, beautiful sounding chord, and then the melody. We finish with the D major chord. Now we can really sit on this chord for as long as we like, and I like to embellish the chord with a simple arpeggio. Now E minor 9, and this beautiful A dominant chord. Now we're back playing the D major chord, and we start with the melody, just 2 notes, then D major, now D 7th. Beautiful chord. It's very simple, but it works great. So the melody here is played on 2 strings, the 1st and 3rd string. I like to slide from 5 to 7 and back to 5. Now be careful here, we're playing 2 chords, the G major and the G minor chord. It's a beautiful chord progression. Now I like to play the bass with the thumb, and the melody is on the 2nd string. Simple arpeggio, and then a bar chord on the 3rd fret here. If you want, you can just use a full bar to play the chord, but I like to keep the thumb here on the 6th string. Now D major. I like to add this simple embellishment here with 2 notes on the 1st and 3rd string, and then D major. E7 flat 13. The melody is played within the chord. And then the E minor chord. And the A7th. When I put it all together. Now the awesome thing is that we can play the same thing, this time with a little bit more embellishments. Now you don't have to do that, you can play the exact same version twice, as long as you change the ending that I'm about to show you in a moment. But if you want to add a little bit more color, let me just play it for you and let me explain what I do. So we open up with the D major again. So the first thing I like to do is to add this hammer on. And then I'm going to interpret these chords, those triads, differently using the strumming technique. It's all downstrokes. Just to add more rhythm. Now the E minor, add 9. And then the diminished 7th chord. So I like to bring the diminished 7 chord from fret 3 to fret 6. It's the same chord shape. And then for the A major, instead of just playing, this chord like this, I like to add this melody within the chord. So I'm playing it with the thumb. While doing this arpeggio with thumb, middle, and index. So we'll have the G major chord, A dominant 11 chord, now F sharp minor 7th, B 7th, and then this melody. Played with a combination of open strings and fretted notes. Now, A dominant 13th chord. Now D major, D 7th. Now let's change the ending here. We bring the melody up to the 10th fret. So we play this simple chord shape. It's super simple. It's a G major chord and an arpeggio, then the scale, and then G minor. So we're using the same rhythmic structure here. So the arpeggio with 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the melody. We'll do the same thing for the G minor chord. So 4 notes, and then the melody. We finish with the last chords, a turnaround. So D major, B minor, and then E minor, A major. Now you can finish with a G major chord, a G minor chord, and D major. Remember, you can keep it simple and repeat the same structure or add more embellishments. I'm gonna leave you to practice this, guys. Have a lovely and beautiful Christmas, and I'll see you soon for more guitar lessons.